Okay, welcome to my first upload. Here we have to get us started is Lego Transformers, what I'm calling New Age Bumblebee. So the New Age thing, in a nutshell, is an idea I came up with very much like the Marvel Ultimates or sort of some of the new DC stuff that's coming out, where the idea is taking classic characters and sort of reinventing them and putting a more modern spin on it. So as you can see here, Bumblebee now is unlike his normal small, bug or similar automobile vehicle. We've got ourselves a nice little sci-fi quad booster jet. On the back here, you see the 4 thrusters. From the side here, you can see it retains, a lot of the, as I reattach this piece here, it's a little loose. He retains the same color scheme. It's primarily a yellow and small black detailing. There's black stripes on the wings, and then some gray and, various shades of dark gray, light gray, silver, just to sort of break it all up. And, just leaning into the idea that Bumblebee is a scout and should be able to fly based off the name. And if he's in space and on Cybertron, I like the idea of him being this little scout ship that can be launched out to get reconnaissance or whatever it may be. And yeah, from the top, I think what excites me about this rebirth idea, and again, you see these rotors here, or rather thrusters, little wings in the end. Kind of a Star Wars inspired thing. And yeah, like what excites me about this new age idea is that not only do I get to redesign robots and stuff, I kind of get to approach it from designing, science fiction vehicles as well. And yeah, I think it's a cool design, simple enough, and let's get into transforming this bad boy. So we're gonna take these panels here on the side, as you can see. Hold on, let me get a better. All right, we're gonna take these panels here, which don't clip on with this little clip here, but that does slot in into the space in there. Sort of just holds it in place. As you can see on that block brick right there. So we pull these out. It's on a little ball joint. We'll grab these panels, unhinge that one, and you'll see also there's these the yellow little bars. Anyway, so then here we have this like Lego, not Technic, but the like car pieces. There's like the I don't know what we would call them, but the wheels would fit in there normally. I use that for design purposes, we'll see. And these panels up top kind of slot around right in there. This is on a ball joint, this giant apparatus on the top, and it's kind of held in place by this small apparatus here. If you see, this T-bar kind of holds it in place, just so it doesn't flop around too much. So you just got to get that out. Open it up, and now we're starting to see, pull this apparatus down here. It's on a ball joint. Just like that. Now we've kind of got this big exploded mess here. So get a couple things out the way. And we're going to take this down here, the nose cone section, right? It's on a one of those Technic like rotating black pieces. So we'll just twist that around like that and pull it out. And now we've really got this thing splayed open, right? So there's this little ball joint here. We're going to use that to open it up, pull, or rather swing these panels down, and there that goes. Okay, we're back. We're going to rotate, and there that. Okay, we're back again. Okay, so let's, for the 5th time, 12th time, try to rotate these little panels here. We'll see, as you can see, that's going to turn into feet. We've got some legs coming together here. All right, boom, boom, boom. Right there. These sections here are on hinges, so we'll rotate those down, and those will become his like shoulder pauldrons, as you can maybe start to see. rotate these around so the vent is facing forward on the biceps. There we go. And then we can just swing these panels here back up against the elbow. And for 100th time, there we go. Okay. Again, fold that up. Boom. And now this big section here, we try to stabilize it. Hold that down. And then we're just going to grab the whole head section here, which is on this series of hinges and bars. That'll now swing over the top of that, fall into place, turn the head crest around, just like that. Just kind of get these things adjusted. That right leg is not correct. Turn that around. Pull the hip off again. Okay. Turn these wings back. And in just a moment, you will have New Age Lego Transformers Bumblebee. Now you can see this kind of section here on the back. He's got this sort of, hornet, wasp, honeybee, stinger section that really gives him a cool, a bug look, or like almost like a thorax or whatever the abdomen, whatever the body part is. I haven't been in a biology class in a long time. And then he has this big section here on the back, right, which kind of comes off a little bit like kibble. However, what I'm going for aesthetic-wise with the robots is kind of a anime Japanese kind of mech thing. Maybe think something akin to the Armored Core series or something. And yeah, I kind of like the idea that he's Bumblebee and he's a scout, and I like that maybe he's a flying bot, and I like the idea, maybe you could pose him with feet angled down like that, blah, blah. Maybe he's hovering. Maybe Bumblebee doesn't often walk around with all that, that big insect section with the stinger and these boosters on the back. Maybe he's just, floating around and is a bit of an aerial bot, always kind of hovering around, huh? And again, the fact that that's, I was going to say it helps him stand. Okay. But it does. Rest assured, that wasn't great. And he's a little bit finicky. He's probably the most finicky, or at least one of the most finicky ones that I've developed. And there it goes. Okay. So now we're back. We can go over maybe some of the articulation on this guy. The head technically kind of rotates because of the type of hinge that it's on. It's one of those rounded. It goes up and down like that. I don't know if I would count that as articulation, but because of the sort of rounded hinge right there, those gold pieces that you can see, it does allow him to look slightly off to the side, either direction, which in terms of putting him in a dynamic pose can help a lot, especially if you have him flying and maybe he's, whatever, pull that out and he's looking down over there. As you see, yeah, those panels could fold forward and, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, obviously, again, this hip piece just loves to break off. The shoulders are on a hinge here, so they go in and out like that. But they're also a ball joint underneath there, so he has a lot of shoulder mobility. And the pauldrons, it really helps with, alongside this chest place here. It creates a pretty cool silhouette and just cool shape for his chest. Yeah, in and out from there, ball joint, forward and back, pretty open range of motion. Elbow is also on a ball joint, so again, can rotate and bend. Hips are on a ball joint, but because of the way they're situated, the front and back motion, as you can see, is quite limited, and you have to get kind of creative if you're going to try to push his legs forward and back a lot. It's kind of just a transformation, but knees, ankles, all ball joints, and you can definitely make up for the lack of hip mobility with that, and all that. And there it goes again. As you can see, that's the one bit, that hip. But there's also, that reminds me, there is a ball joint in there for it. And as you can see, that really allows Bumblebee to strike some cool dynamic poses. And as you can see, those panels on the arms can come forward and create those stingers that he so famously has in a lot of the iterations. So yeah, we've got a pretty dynamic bot. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, let's go. Fold back here, and I did it this stinger section despite my hands.